Choices.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Feeling you probably know more than just about any place else.
I sat down with Bill Gates to discuss what we need to do now.
Which countries do you think we should be looking to?
Where's the hope on the treatment track?
What policies should we have?
We can look at.
We've got to.
So we need to put into place.
We should focus on. Both Fauci and I are very hopeful. I and other health experts were saying.
What is your most hopeful time frame?
How are you thinking about opening school?
Where do you think we are right now in kind of the arc of the pandemic?
More deadly, more transmissible, less transmissible.
But in what ways do you think we will fundamentally change?
Things aren't really going to be normal. They won't be back to normal. Things won't go back to truly normal until we have a vaccine that we've gotten out to basically the entire world. But you don't have a choice. People act like you have a choice. Normalcy only returns when we've largely vaccinated the entire global population.
No relationship, nada, nothing. You report these two men met at least 6 times. What does Gates say about that?
Well, I believe that there were more, and he and his spokespeople would not say how many in total they actually met. But this included visits to the mansion, seeing each other in Seattle, flying on Epstein's plane, when we all know Bill Gates has his own $40 million plane. And then, as an investigative reporter, why would Gates say, oh, I had no relationship with him, when, of course, he knows what the facts are? So that always sets off red flags for me.
He also has one of the largest, most established foundations on his own.
Yes.
Why would they ever set up a charitable trust benefiting Jeffrey Epstein?
Well,
what's the explanation?
Not only does he have the world's largest charitable foundation, but one of their primary missions is to help young women in underprivileged countries. Jeffrey Epstein was preying on young women from Eastern Europe, from South Africa, luring them into his web. And it's the antithesis of what the Gates Foundation stands for. And by the way, there were Gates Foundation employees who were horrified when they realized what Jeffrey Epstein had done and was saying, we don't want to have anything to do with this, and yet the project went on.
What else are we not listening to that we need to take action on now?
Well, the idea of a bioterrorist attack is kind of the nightmare scenario because they're a pathogen with a high death rate would be picked. Now, the good news is, I'm not trying to depress you, it's tough enough right now, that most of the work we're going to do to be ready for pandemic 2, I call this pandemic 1, most of the work we'll do to be ready for that are also the things we need to do to minimize the threat of bioterrorism.
That was fooling around with these viruses. Prohibited. Despite that, Dr. Fauci gave $3.7 million to the Wuhan laboratory. We paid for it. We paid for the damn virus that's